This is breaking news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Rockets are still flying at this hour as tensions are at an all-time high in the Middle East. It was the deadliest day in decades, with hundreds dead and the death toll rising. Tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu promising to destroy the capabilities of Hamas, declaring his country at war. Good evening, I'm Shantae Lands. Joe and Sandra have the night off. Tonight, hundreds are dead on both sides of the conflict. The Israeli Health Ministry is reporting that more than 200 people were killed in this morning's attacks. At least 900 were injured. Meanwhile, the Palestinian Health Authority is reporting close to 200 people killed in retaliation and more than 1,000 injured. Tonight, images of missiles being fired and crumbling buildings are emerging. There's reports of fighting right now in at least 22 locations along the Israeli-Gaza border. President Biden offering support from the West with the latest from Jerusalem. Here's ABC's Jordana Miller.
The Palestinian militant group Hamas launching its biggest attack on Israel in years, firing what they claim were more than 5,000 rockets and long-range missiles from Gaza, some hitting cities in southern Israel. Huge clouds of thick smoke seen rising in the sky, sirens wailing. Images on social media show heavily armed Palestinians on motorbikes and pickup trucks crossing into Israeli communities. This video shows militants taking hostages in Israel near the Gaza border. Israel confirming Hamas has taken soldiers and civilians hostage.
Allahu Akbar!
A spokesperson for Hamas calling the attack Operation Al-Aqsa Storm, telling all Palestinians to take up arms and fight. Israel responding with airstrikes into Gaza, this building collapsing after being struck. The Israeli military releasing video, it says, shows its naval forces targeting dozens of Palestinian fighters as they tried to infiltrate Israel by sea. The country watching the northern border for signs Hezbollah may join the fighting. Reservists now being called into service. President Biden condemning the attack.
The United States stands with Israel. We will not ever fail to have their back. Israel has the right to defend itself and its people, full stop. And my administration's support for Israel's security is rock solid and unwavering.
Meanwhile, several airlines announcing they have temporarily suspended operations into Tel Aviv, citing safety concerns for passengers and crews as the violence unfolds. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Here at home, Governor Kathy Hochul tells me she's working with the U.S. Department of State and Homeland Security to bring New Yorkers in Israel back home safely. What's even more challenging is that the Israel airport is now closed and all flights are canceled. At least two major airlines, United and Delta, have announced the cancellation of flights to that area. Hochul says while there are no active threats to New Yorkers, she has directed local law enforcement to ensure Jewish community spaces are safe. With more now on how New York is responding here locally. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Johnny Fernandez.
Security is up across Jewish communities in New York following Saturday's unprecedented attack from the Hamas militant group on Israel. With New York having the largest Jewish population outside of Israel, Governor Hochul's office says it stands in solidarity with Israel and is working with the American Embassy to discuss ways to get New Yorkers home safely if they choose.
That's why we've been in constant communication with the White House, the embassies, the State Department to ensure that the New Yorkers who went over to be with family for this beautiful holiday, this holy day, are returned home safely.
The mayor and the NYPD also working together to make sure members of the Jewish community feel safe following the attacks. The mayor releasing a statement saying, in part, today's attack coming at the end of what is supposed to be a celebratory time at the end of the Jewish high holy days is nothing more than a cowardly action by a terrorist organization seeking to undo that peace and divide us into fractions. That won't happen. In Manhattan, police officers guarded the Israeli consulate and local synagogues like Temple Emmanuel. Inside, Rabbi Joshua Davidson addressed the attacks.
In this moment, we pray for peace for all innocents caught in the crossfire of this hateful war against the Jewish state, Palestinians and Israelis alike. The Palestinian people are as much the victims of their leaders' cynicism as Israelis.
A similar scene outside the Palestinian embassy on Manhattan's east side. On Long Island, Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman worked with law enforcement officials to order a similar response to protect the Jewish community.
Let me talk about Nassau County. Nassau County is home to hundreds of thousands of people who identify themselves as being Jewish. We are going to do everything in our power to make sure that they are safe.
The mayor says despite being out of the city, he is in constant communication with the NYPD. The NYPD says that they will add additional resources to Jewish houses of worship and communities around the city. At the moment, they say that there is no threat to New York City. Reporting from the Upper East Side, Johnny Fernandez, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And many living here in the tri-state area have loved ones in the Middle East. Some are even trapped in dangerous war zones. We spoke with one, an 18-year-old girl from Kibbutz Bay who is studying in Tel Aviv. She says she felt her building shaking from explosions as she hid in a bomb shelter. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo has her story.
I woke up to these such blaring sirens outside. My roommates were all freaking out and woke everyone up, and we all had to go to the bomb shelter.
Shia Kramer-Coyne has been bunkering down with roommates in Tel Aviv, anxiously waiting to be ushered back into a bomb shelter.
For there to be attacks in Tel Aviv, where I am, I thought I was safe, but I feel extremely unsafe right now.
The 18-year-old has been in Israel since August, doing nonprofit youth work through the study abroad program Aardvark Israel. Her experience turning from enlightening to frightening when a Hamas rocket barrage hit 4 cities, including Tel Aviv, where she's been staying.
I've loved Israel. I've had an incredible last month here, and this just feels like a completely different country right now than what I've experienced in the last month.
You're going to be okay, promise you.
Back here at home in Kibbutz Bay, her panic-stricken mother tries to keep in touch, anxiously waiting for the next phone call.
Nothing prepares you to wake up and find out that your child is in a bomb shelter and is helplessly there, and there's nothing I can do. But worse, there's nothing at this moment that the Israelis can do specifically for her. They're doing what they can first to save the country.
As the conflict continues, the study abroad program telling parents it's been in touch with security of Massa at the Jewish agency, closely monitoring the situation. All Shia can do is hope and pray.
We're all really, between our apartments and talking to each other and holding on to each other. Everyone has different connections to Israel.
Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
And stay with Eyewitness News for the latest developments on this breaking story in the Middle East. We'll have the latest on Eyewitness News and on ABC 7 NY.